Battle for Juman is a competition show well known for allowing the viewers to decide who stays and who goes. But what if in an alternate timeline, BFB was a contestant vote instead? How would this change the elimination order of BFB? Well, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's see what happens in this alternate BFB timeline. So in BFB 1, most events in the episode would stay the same. The same 8 teams of 8 are still formed. The challenge is to bring back X's basket, which Ian still fails to do as a result of Pencil's terrible leadership skills, resulting in Ian being up for elimination. But instead of the usual voting screen at the end of the episode, 4 teleports Ian to the elimination area, where 4 announces that the contestants will be the ones deciding who's eliminated from the show instead of the viewers. Donut quickly interrupts the elimination ceremony to tell the viewers to not vote in the comments because they won't count. After 4 flings away Donut, 4 allows Team Iron to discuss amongst themselves on who they'll be eliminated from the show. All the Free Smart members move away from the other Alliance members so they can privately discuss who to eliminate. Pencil, realizing that her Alliance Free Smart has a huge numbers advantage on the rest of the members on Alliance, immediately Pencil starts to demand that Match, Bubble, and Ruby vote against Fanny, since Fanny apparently kills the vibe. Bubble is very hesitant at first, but Pencil eventually forces Bubble by threatening to kick her from the Alliance. Meanwhile, Fanny and Lightning decide to team up in the attempt to eliminate Pencil for her manipulative actions earlier. Fanny and Lightning attempt to convince Snowball and Flower to vote for Pencil, but with Snowball being too dumb to realize the threat that Free Smart is, Snowball just yells, "I'll vote whoever I want!" While Flower is very hesitant about voting for Pencil, she wants to make amends with her fellow Season 1 competitors. She still ends up agreeing to vote for Pencil, as she sees Free Smart as a major threat. So with 3 confirmed votes against Pencil and 3 confirmed votes against Fanny, Bubble and Snowball will be the deciding factor on who will be eliminated from the show. After discussing on who they would vote, 4 begins a ceremony, where the first one safe is Ruby of 0 votes. Match congratulates Ruby for being the first one safe, while Lightning is announced second safe with also 0 votes. Match tries to congratulate Lightning, but he just sarcastically says thanks back, which annoys Match. Also safe are Snowball, Flower, and Match receiving 0 votes as well. And escaping the bottom of the ring with only 1 vote is Bubble, meaning that Snowball wasted his vote on Bubble. While Pencil and Fanny are the bottom 2, both being currently tied at 3 votes each. Bubble is the final vote, making her the deciding factor on who stays, but who will Bubble eliminate? Pencil, her team leader who mistreated her, or Fanny, the newbie? Well, the last one safe is Pencil, meaning that Fanny's eliminated with 4 votes. So Fanny is the first one eliminated from BFB. However, before Fanny is eliminated from the show, she calls out Pencil for a manipulation, attempting to warn Bubble that Pencil's only using her, and that she should leave Free Smart as soon as possible. Before Fanny is sucked in by 4, Match and Pencil taunt her, which marks the end of the first episode of BFB. In BFB 2, the challenge is to free the contestants that died from last episode from the jawbreakers they were trapped in. Despite Fanny being dead in this timeline, she wasn't that useful in the challenge, as all the Ice members just licked the jawbreaker to free Ice Cube. So Pencil being here doesn't change much, and so Ice would still be the second team to complete the challenge. Not much else will be impacted by Fanny being gone, so Beep still loses the challenge as up for elimination. But since it's a contestant vote, Cloudy would be campaigning for Leafy's elimination, since she killed Balloony so many times. Leafy would overhear Cloudy and would get mad at Cloudy, causing her to mark Cloudy as 0 on the loyalty chart. Leafy would go around showing the other Beep members her loyalty chart to prove that Cloudy's a traitor and should be eliminated instead of her. Shortly after, Balloony is recovered as 4 begins the elimination ceremony. After counting all of Beep's votes, the voting results would go like this. First safe is Balloony of 0 votes, followed by Nickel, Rocky, Woody, Roboti, and David, all of 0 votes as well, leaving the bottom 2 down to Leafy and Cloudy. Unsurprisingly, Cloudy's the last one safe with only 1 vote, meaning that Leafy is eliminated with 7 votes against her. Leafy would be completely blindsided as she believed the rest of her team liked her. But no, they all hated her, so they voted her off. In BFB 3, the challenge is to swing around a swing set 50 times. Without Fanny, Irons wouldn't be able to use her to spin the swing set like they did in BFB 3 originally. So instead, Snowball tries to forcibly take over leadership to push the swing set by himself, since he believes the rest of the team are a bunch of weaklings. However, with the rest of Irons weighing down the swing, Snowball struggles to push it, making it the slowest swinging team, even slower than Team Ice Cube. As a result, Team Ice Cube doesn't feel the need to use a strategy that causes Bombi to explode and lose them the challenge originally. As a result, Irons loses the challenge for the second time, due to Snowball's actions. For the elimination ceremony, FreeSmart takes this opportunity to vote off Snowball because he's the direct reason they lost. Even Lightning and Flower, who opposed FreeSmart, also agreed to vote off Snowball. So in a 6-1 vote, Snowball is eliminated, with Bubble being the last one safe with just one vote from Snowball, ending off episode 3 of BFB. In BFB 4, the challenge to draw or make a model of 4. Snowball and Fanny being eliminated in this timeline has zero effect on this episode, so Death Pact would still lose in this episode because of Penn's terrible drawing of 4, resulting in them being up for elimination. During the cake and steak ceremony, Black would ask all the other Death Pact members if they were committed to preventing death. Everyone would obviously say yes besides Penn and Pillow. The rest of the Death Pact members would quickly target Penn over Pillow since Penn lost a challenge for them, but Pillow would quickly admit that she only joined the team because she thought it was a team of killers, which would immediately catch the rest of the Death Pact members' attention and cause them to vote Pillow instead. Penn would be relieved that Pillow just guaranteed him safety, so in a 7-1 vote, the episode ends off with Pillow being eliminated from the Death Pact. In BFB 5, the challenge is to stay on a paper plane for as long as possible without crashing. Fanny, Snowball, and Pillow all being gone in this timeline has little to no effect on the course of the challenge, as David still falls asleep, causing his team's plane to crash, leading to Beat being still up for elimination for the second time, and being up for elimination again. For the cake and steak ceremony, Nickel convinces Woody and David to vote for Roboti, because Nickel considers Roboti to be the most useless one on the team. Woody be too scared to disagree, and David simply just wants to keep himself safe. Roboti asks Balloony and Cloudy to vote for David because David has been refusing to do challenges, and Balloony and Cloudy agree, as Cloudy is sickened by the idea of David being a quote-unquote man. This leads the final vote up to Rocky. Nickel tries to convince Rocky, but Balloony and Cloudy, being closer friends of Rocky, manage to persuade Rocky into voting against David. So in a 4-3 vote, David's the 5th one eliminated from BFB. But since 4 gets multiplied in this episode by a better name than that, David doesn't get sucked up and properly eliminated, causing David to be extremely mad that they voted him off, and he would vow to sabotage Team Beep and make their life hell for eliminating him, which ends up episode 5 of BFB. In BFB 6, the challenge to avoid the Twinkle of Contagion for the next 3 hours. Fanny, Snowball, and Pillow being gone still makes no difference, but David on the other hand tries to sabotage Beep by screaming to make their eyes open in the attempt to get them infected. However, Team Bleh, and a better name than that, get infected, ruining David's plan to sabotage, ending up with Clock being the Tinkle of Contagion right as the challenge ends, resulting in the losers being up for elimination. In the elimination ceremony, Eggy immediately jumps on the fact that Clock lost a challenge and campaigns for his elimination. Clock argues that he has helped in multiple other challenges for his team, while Eggy hasn't contributed it at all. Coiny and Pim would feel bad for Clock and would vote for Eggy, although Eggy gains losers' approval, basically guaranteeing her that Cake and Fiery would vote for Clock as well. Needle becomes the deciding factor, as Clock has 4 votes against him and Eggy has 3 votes against her. Wanting to distance himself from Coiny, as shown in BFDIA, Needle decides to vote for Clock, so in a 5-3 vote, Clock becomes the 6th character eliminated from BFB. And that's where I'll end off part 1 of my BFB What If. If this video gets 50 likes, I'll make a part 2 going over the rest of the episodes up to BFB 16. Feel free to leave your opinions about this What If in the comments below. Anyways, thank you for watching, and see you next time.